my beautiful book besties, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to show you how feral I went for my birthday. I have acquired 42 new books. Technically 35, but there are 7 mystery books in this beautiful package from Second Chapter that we're gonna unbox before I show you everything that I bought for my birthday. I know it's excessive, but June was my birthday month and I got a whole bunch of Barnes & Noble gift cards and I went thrifting for a lot of these books. This is the first video that I'm filming since we hit 1K subscribers. I am planning on doing a giveaway. I just have to figure out what. I was thinking about making a book box kind of like this where you guys let me know your reading taste and your preferences and I could send you a little box of books. I'm not sure, I'm still thinking about it, but I definitely want to give back to you guys for helping me hit that huge milestone so quick into my booktube journey. So thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Let's get into talking about Second Chapter. I have come across Second Chapter from a couple of the other booktubers that I follow. It is essentially a book subscription. So you just tell them what kind of books you like, what genres you like, and they will send you a specially curated box every single month. They have 7 books, 10 books, and 18 books, but I will list the pricing options, everything that they offer right here so that you guys can read it. If you already have a book or if you don't like a book, you can send it back and they will give you a credit or like a free book in your next month's box. It's just so personal and customizable. I will leave all of the information linked down below. Thank you so much, Second Chapter, for sending me this. I love you guys so much. I cannot wait any longer to get into this package, so I want to open this first. I have absolutely no idea what 7 books are in here. My husband really wants to open it, so I'm gonna let him come in and open it, and I'm gonna do like a little blind reaction to all of the books in this box. I'm so excited. Okay, open it and then hand me one book, but don't let me see the other books because I want to be surprised. Should I hold my hand like this? Okay. Ooh, it's a paperback and it's, wait, there's a hole here. Is this the Night Circus? It's not. Wicked. I have never seen this before. Oh, it says, save a place on the shelf between Alice and the Hobbit. That spot is well deserved. Literally, I had no idea that this was a book, and I'm pretty sure that this is like a big movie coming out. But this is what it looks like. All of the books that they send are used books, which is why they're on the affordable side. So you can see that there's some like discoloring and some wear and tear, but the spine looks great. It's a really high quality book, and I would have not even known this was a book had I not had this service. Wait, are there 7 books in there or are there 10 books? There's 10? Okay, so is it recant or retract? I either recant or retract my previous statement whenever I said that there was 42 books here because I thought that I had the 7 book subscription, but I actually have the 10 book subscription. So there's gonna be 45 books mentioned in this video, which means I need to gather my thoughts and talk quicker because this is going to be a very hefty video. But first book down, let's move on to the next one. Ready to hand me another one? Oh, she's hefty. And a hardcover. Little Thieves. Again, I've never heard of this. This is the cover. It is so beautiful, and this is what the back looks like. I don't know if this is like a special edition. It looks like it, but this is what the sprayed edges look like. They're super pretty. And it's called Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. I'm really excited for this one. The 10 book box is $35 a month, and for a hardcover with sprayed edges, like that's what you would pay for one single book. There's 9 more though. Let's open the third one. Okay, it's a paperback. Floppy one at that. Look at that. Okay, let's see. A Changed Man by Francine Prose. Is that an O or an A? You know what? I actually don't know if that's an O or an A, but it's called A Changed Man by Francine, either Praise or Prose. And it says it's a notable book for New York Times Book Review of the Year. Again, I've never heard of this before. Let me just read like the first sentence of the synopsis. It says, what is charismatic Holocaust survivor Meyer Maslow to think when a rough-looking young neo-Nazi named Vincent Nolan walks into the Manhattan office of Maslow's Human Rights Foundation and declares that he wants to save guys like me from becoming guys like me. That's the third book, and now let's see what the next one is. So far, I've literally not heard of any of these books, which really excites me. I feel like there's so many good books out there that aren't talked about on YouTube or Instagram that I want to discover, so I think this is going to be a really great way to do that. I don't know what the cover is, but it looks like it's a thriller. Oh, The Obsession. I think I saw Rachel Catherine talk about this and maybe somebody else, but I've definitely seen this cover before. It says boy meets girl, boy stalks girl, girl gets revenge. So I'm pretty sure it's like a psychological thriller with romance in it. This one I actually have heard of and I am excited to read it. All of these books, like I said, are secondhand, but this one is in perfect condition. Like, it's brand new. The pages are white and there's not even a little dent. That one I'm really excited for. I think that one's my favorite so far. Okay, I'm ready for another one. It's like my birthday all over again. Let's see. Okay. We have Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I've only read one other book by her, and I've heard some interesting things about this book. Obviously, I've read It Ends With Us, and I don't know if I'm gonna read this, but it's in really good condition. Literally, my hair keeps getting stuck in my necklaces. My cross necklace just broke. My hair is in it, and I just saw that this is sitting on the ground. I can't get it out of my hair, though. Here comes my knight in shining armor. Ow! My knight in shining armor is not very gentle. Ow! How much hair did you just rip out of my head? I could have done that myself. Wait, how many are left? 3? 4?
4 after this one.
4 after this one? Oh my goodness. This is a chunker. One With You by Sylvia Day. Again, have never heard of this. It looks to be maybe like a thriller. Literally, I have no idea what this is about because I cannot find a synopsis, but I will just insert like a little quick synopsis here whenever I do a little Goodreads digging on it. But One With You by Sylvia Day. Next. Okay, this one's smaller. Ooh, Lady Charlotte Always Gets Her Man. This is giving Bridgerton vibes. I've not heard anything about this. It looks to be a Regency romance. It says, Lady Charlotte should have never run away upon discovering her betrothal. But when one has been promised to a man who, rumor has it, killed his previous 2 wives, one does what one must. The only thing that can get her out of this engagement is proving that Viscount Hawley is as sinister as she thinks he is. You can probably hear my kids blabbing in the background. Sorry about that, but they're having fun playing and letting me film this video, so we're just gonna let them carry on. So I don't know if this is like a love triangle sort of trope, but I have been wanting to pick up a Regency romance because I've never read one before and I really liked Bridgerton. So there's 2 left. There's this one and one more.
2 more.
2 more. I don't know what the cover is, but the back of it is literally stunning. It has little stars everywhere and the font is beautiful. The Witch Haven by Sasha Peyton Smith. Again, this is like a brand new hardcover. There's not any sort of blemish on this, and this one is supposed to be $20, and again, 10 books for $35. It takes place in 1911 in New York City whenever a 17-year-old Frances spends her days as a seamstress mourning the mysterious death of her brother months prior, and everything changes when she's attacked and a man ends up dead at her feet. Her scissors in his neck, and she can't explain how they got there. That sounds actually very, very good. Now we have 2 more. Oh good, it's a little one. There's so many big ones in there. And it's Felipe Sandcastle Kings, Meeting Jesus in a Spiritually Bankrupt World. I have been wanting to read more Christian fiction and Christian nonfiction, and I had mentioned that. So whenever you sign up for the service, you tell them all of the genres that you like or that you want to explore, and I said I wanted to read some more Christian fiction and nonfiction, so really excited to add this one to my collection. And I like how simple the cover is. It's actually quite beautiful. I love how they actually assembled that. There was a book about witches and then right on top of it they just put a Jesus book. That's actually really funny. Oh, you fixed my necklace? Thank you. Got me swooning over here. Last one before we get into all of the books that I have purchased. Once Upon a K-Prom. This is a, what's it called? K-pop? K-drama in book form. That's actually really cute, and it looks like it's gonna be a young adult too, because it says this book is a total win-win. It has 2 of my all-time favorite things, K-pop and a prom. What more can you really ask for? Super fun and totally charming. Well, I'm not big on K-pop or prom, but I will give this book a shot anyways. Well, thanks for helping me.
Yeah, that was cool. It's like a present.
It's like a present. It was wrapped so nicely, and they even sprayed the box with perfume. Like, my whole room smells heavenly. These are all of the books that we got got in the second chapter box. I was a little bit nervous that I was going to get books that I have already read or that I already own, because I have like 200 something books on my shelf, but they're really, really good at sending books that are hidden gems. Like, I have not even heard of a lot of these. So if I could find like a new favorite book that is under the radar that I could share with you guys, that would be amazing. A lot of the books that I read are really popular, which is why I picked them up. This is just like a really fun change of pace. It says that they haven't launched yet. They're currently accepting reservations before they launch. So to be able to guarantee a spot, you should sign up for free with the link down below. For somebody who is on Bookstagram and booktube and we're constantly surrounded by like the same few books all of the time, this is a really nice refresher just to have some new books that you've just never heard of before, because you never know, you could find a new favorite book. I think maybe I'll start doing a second chapter unboxing video where I read the books that I get so that you guys can see my reactions and stuff. If that would interest you, let me know down below and I can definitely do a reading vlog. So let's just do a little recap. We have Once Upon a K-Prom by Kat Cho, Sandcastle Kings by Rich Wilkerson Jr., The Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith, Lady Charlotte Always Gets Her Man by Violet Marsh, One With You by Sylvia Day, Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, The Obsession by Jessie Q. Swantano, A Changed Man by Francine Praise, Little Thieves by Margaret Owen, Wicked, The Life and the Times of the Wicked Witch of the West by Gregory Maguire. Now let's move on to all of these books here, which are the ones that I have purchased over the duration of the month for my birthday. They're not in any specific order. I just went through my shelf. If I was like, yeah, I bought that last month, I grabbed it and I put it in a pile. Starting off, I've already talked about this book. I read it on Kindle Unlimited. It was so good, I needed the physical copy in my hand. So I got the second book in the Finlay Donovan is Killing It series. I've talked about this series multiple times. I'm not going to talk about it again, but it is amazing and I just had to pick up the second book while I had a gift card. And I also mentioned this in my previous video. I thrifted this for $1 at my library. It was a book that I had listened to on audiobook and enjoyed it. It was sitting there for $1, so I was like, why not add it to my trophy shelf? It's about like a group of old retired agents and somebody starts coming after them and they're in their 60s. They're trying to enjoy retirement and now they have to go back into the field together to solve one last little mystery. And there is a little romance subplot in there from her like prior life whenever she was younger, which was really fun. The Unmaking of June Farrow. My mom and I went on a witch hunt for this thing. They were sold out in every single store. They only had it at 2 barns in our area. So we went to the closest one and they were like, yeah, we only have one in stock. So I got it. And then I was like, well, let's just run over to the other Barnes & Noble. And she got the last one in stock there as well. So I'm sorry if you're in the Hampton Roads area and want to buy this book. It's not at any of the Barnes & Noble because my mom and I cleared them out. This was our July book club book. I have a online book club on Fable and I'll leave the link below where you can get like a $5 off an ebook if you want to join. But this was our July book and I did finish it already. I tabbed it up. I really enjoyed this. A lot of people say this is like an infinity 6-star read, and although I did enjoy it, I didn't really enjoy it as much as everybody else, but it was like a solid 4-star read and it kind of gives the Invisible Life of Addie LaRue vibes. And again, I got this book as a audio arc. I loved it so much and it's one of my favorite romance books, so you better bet on release day I picked it up. It's got pink sprayed edges. It's the Romcommers by Catherine Center. Next, I kind of have like a problem. One could call it a toxic trait. I just buy every book that I think I'm gonna like before even reading the first one. So as you can see here on my romance TBR shelf, I have all of Abby Jimenez books on my shelf to be read. But whenever she came out with her new release, did I buy it even though I've not even read a single book by her before? Yeah, I did. And now I got this one from Book Outlet. I made a huge Book Outlet order whenever they were doing their $5 sale, and this was one of them. I think I heard Delaney talking about this. We have really similar book tastes, and if she really likes a book, chances are I'm gonna really like it, and she was raving about this book in multiple videos, so I had it in the back of my mind wanting to buy, and then it was on sale for $4 at Book Outlet, so I was like, yeah, we're gonna get it. It's The Wish by Nicholas Sparks. And then Milena picked this up for me. If you guys don't know, Milena is my 3-year-old beautiful little sweet daughter. My husband took her to Walmart to pick me out a little something, and she wanted to get me a book, and she just walked in and got this one. It's The Rumor by Ellen Hildebrand. I have The Hotel Nantucket, Winter in Paradise, and Trouble in Paradise on my TBR. Haven't read a single one of them, but I have another one. I thrifted both of these books from, I think it was Book Exchange. They are basically half-price books and they're used books. If you guys haven't seen my previous videos, The Nightingale is my new favorite book of all time. Nothing has ever come close to topping it. So I wanted to go through Kristen Hanna's backlist. I don't know if these were published before or after The Nightingale, but it doesn't matter to me. If she wrote it, I'm gonna buy it and read it. And both of these were sitting on the shelf at Book Exchange. So I got The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna and Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. Now this one, Talking at Night, I cannot remember who I saw talking about this, but there were 2 booktubers that absolutely raved about this book. They were selling it like their life depended on it, even though they were getting no money from it. They just loved it so much, and I was like, okay, sign me up. I'm pretty sure it's a story about a young girl and a young boy, and they have like a friendship. It's kind of giving Love in Other Words vibes if it were literary fiction. That sold me. Like, that's all I needed to know. It's just like a life story. And I love those character-driven stories that take place over an extended period of time. So I have a feeling I'm really gonna like that one. And I actually just bought this probably 2 hours ago. I did some grocery shopping and then I stopped at the library on the way home because it's literally, I've said it before, like a minute from our house. So I stopped there because they always, every single day, have a $1 sale on paperback and a $2 sale on hardcover. So I walked into the little shop, saw this one sitting there, and I was like, this is a really pretty cover. So let me just look it up on Goodreads. It's called The Victory Garden by Reese Bowen. And I don't think I said the title of this one, but it's Talking at Night by Claire Daverly. Like I said, the cover caught my eye, so I was like, let me just look it up. Guys, this has 45,000 reviews and it has a 4.3 rating on Goodreads. And it was $1. It was just sitting there. I was like, okay, I know absolutely nothing about this book, but it has amazing reviews, so I'm just gonna get it. It says, as the Great War continues to take its toll, headstrong 21-year-old Emily Bryce is determined to contribute to the war effort. She's convinced by a cheeky and handsome Australian pilot that she can do more, and then it's kind of like their story about like how they navigate all of that stuff. It kind of gave me Isabel vibes from The Nightingale. Immediately I had to purchase it, especially just for $1. Continuing with my incredibly toxic trait, I got Us Against You by Frederick Bachman and The Winners by Frederick Bachman because I have Beartown on my shelf, and some of my favorite booktubers and bookstagrammers literally say this is one of the best series that they've ever read. So I bought all 3 without even reading a single page of the first one, and I cannot start a series until I have all of the books. I don't know what's wrong with me, but that's just how I am. I got both of those from my book outlet order as well. Now I got this little guy, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Yeah. No words, no explanation needed. The Hobbit. I do like the one with the black cover and the mountain better, but this is just the one that they had. So if I do end up coming across that one, I might get that one and then put this one in like a little free library or something, because I think the black cover would match good with this box set of the Lord of the Rings books. I want to start reading big girl books, and this box set was on sale for $20 on Book Outlet, so I added that to my big Book Outlet order. I really like these covers. I think they are so stunning. I'm so excited to read them. Let me know if you guys want a reading vlog of me reading them for the first time. I have watched all of the movies, but actually not all of the movies. I'm pretty sure I didn't see like the Hobbit movie, and there is a new movie coming out, I think in like December or something, but I did watch like the original 3 or however many movies there were. Next up, this is actually my current read. It is Nora Goes Off Script. I have seen a summer romance floating around everywhere on the internet right now, and that is the 3rd book that this author has written. I'm pretty sure that they're all standalones. I don't think they're interconnected, but again, in my brain, I just like, I don't want to read that one before I read her other works first. So I picked up Nora Goes Off Script, and I've heard really good things about it, and I'm on page 5 and I already have 2 tabs and 1 underline. So this is just on page 3, and she's talking about her little shack of a house and how the sunrise eyes is so beautiful. It says, "I didn't even know we were facing east. It was like a gift with purchase, a reward for loving this broken place." Her writing, I'm already like sucked in and I love it so much. And I fear it could be a 5-star. This is a 250-page romance novel, but her writing is so concise, short, and sweet. There's no sugarcoating in this book. You just get straight to the point, and it's so descriptive that like you can taste it. I'm really enjoying that one. And then I got the third book. I mentioned the second book way earlier in this video. These are all out of order, I'm so sorry, but the third book in the Finlay series. I have not read this one yet. It is on my July TBR, so we will see if I'm able to get to this by the end of the month. I'm not sure. I grabbed all of these off of my July TBR shelf, so the ones that I have left to read on my TBR are Nora Goes Off Script, Finlay Donovan Jumps the Gun, which is the third book, and then I have A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. This is her most recent release. I'm kind of hearing a little bit of mixed reviews on it, so I am just a little bit nervous to read it. I'm still excited because the premise does sound really fun and really cute. And then the last book that I have on my July TBR is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I don't think I need to say anything about this. This is a very popular duology, so this is the second one, Ruthless Vows. Literally stunning. And then I got this at Barnes & Noble. It was on the buy one get one 50% off shelf. Literally, it feels like I'm holding like a big hamburger in my hands. Like, this is a Big Mac book. What's it called? When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. And then I got these two books in my book outlet order. We have This Woven Kingdom and These Infinite Threads. This is the first book and this is the second book in this new little series by Tahera Mafi, the same author of the Shatter Me series. Say no more. If she writes it, I'm buying it. I made a little Amazon order. That's where I got the Romcommers by Catherine Center, and I also got a box set of the Caraval trilogy. I really want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Never After. I don't have the third book yet because I'm waiting for the Barnes & Noble special edition paperback to come out. And I think it's gonna be like another year before that comes out, but it's okay because I have all three of these books to read before I can get into those books. I see these everywhere and yet I have no idea what the series is about. Literally don't know, but if people say it's good, I'm just gonna buy it and not ask questions. I said that I got the buy one get one half off for When the Moon Hatched, and this was the other book that I got for that sale. This title is so long, but let me just try to say it. The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I don't know, but it is blurbed by R.F. Kwong. This book is talked about by primarily booktubers. I haven't really seen it on Instagram, and I haven't seen it been talked about by a lot of booktubers, but for the select few that I have heard read this, every single one of them absolutely loved it. I was like, yeah, I want to read it. And then again from my book outlet order, I got The Serpent and Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. Not gonna lie, a little bit nervous to read this because it does have mixed reviews, but it was on sale for like $5 for a perfectly good condition hardback. And look at what it looks like without the dust jacket. I'm sorry. Beautiful. And now again, I have seen this book floating around booktube and bookstagram. Half the Soul by Olivia Atwater. I heard this was described to me as like a Regency romance fantasy with slightly awkward characters, and that sounds like something that is right up my alley, so I bought it. Next up, I got this at Book Exchange, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This is a sci-fi, and the only other sci-fi book I own is the Red Rising series, and I haven't read it yet, but this just has really good reviews, and I do want to get into that genre. And while it was on sale for half off, I was like, well, why not pick it up? I literally have like the biggest two book stacks, well, 3, 4 book stacks of my life sitting here. I only have 3 more left to talk about, so we can do this. Again, at my library, I was a sucker for the dollar sale. I go like once a week, and I got this one, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. This is like a classic, and I'm pretty sure it's like a thriller. Okay, I'll buy it for $1. We have Billy Summers by Stephen King. This was $4 on Book Outlet, and I had just seen Ashlyn read this in a vlog, and she gave it 5 stars, and we have like a fairly similar reading taste, like very similar. And so So she was like tearing up saying this is like a 5-star read. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I've never read a Stephen King book before and I've been wanting to, and for some reason I just haven't. So whenever I saw that one specifically on sale, because I'm not a horror girly and this is kind of like a thriller, so it's like, okay, I can do that. I don't like scary books, but I'll try this one, especially since I want to read Stephen King. But whenever you're not into horror books and you want to read Stephen King, it's like, where do I start? We're starting there. The last book I got in my book outlet order is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. Again, I saw Ashlyn, I think it was, recently read this, but I had this on my list of books to buy. It kind of sounds like The Naturals mixed with The Inheritance Games mixed with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. The big three whenever it comes to mystery, thriller, YAs in one book. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching today's video. If you are not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button and leave a comment down below which of these books you guys want to see me read in a reading vlog. I love you guys so much and I will see you in the next video.